Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And I wanted to make you aware of something very cool that we're doing on a subscription basis, and we'll put a link in each one of our episodes. But every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call an audio podcast workshop. That workshop will be roughly about 14 to maybe 20 minutes per episode, with each month having a theme from a coaching model, using feedback strategically, to coaching self-awareness, and so on. So if you could, look in the body or in the content description of each episode, and you will see a link where you can join this subscription. These are literally 4 workshops every month, teaching specific strategies to address a particular area of workplace coaching, as it relates, again, to things like awareness, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. Here's the cool thing. It's only $10 per month, and each month you will get a handout that we will follow along with. So we also give you a tool for you to take notes as we go through each episode. We hope you'll check it out.
When you think about self-awareness, we tend to be creatures of habit. We tend to go about our business. And sometimes, let's be candid, we have people who we don't even know go about their business and don't even realize the impact they have on other people. So I'm about to share 2 stories. I am not proud of one of them. So the first story is I was driving out of my subdivision of where our company is located, and I was driving down the road, I'd say about 75 yards, and someone swerved in front of me to go into a parking lot of a McDonald's, which is really near my office building. And I jammed on the brakes, things moved all about inside my car, and all of a sudden I looked, and this person just got out of their car like nothing had ever happened, and really almost hit the front of my car. And they were in a hurry. They never came to a complete stop. And I'm like, I'm not a traffic cop. I'm not the one to impose the laws and the rules. Yet I pulled into that parking lot and I confronted the guy. I didn't know who I was going to confront. And again, I would not recommend this to anybody. But I looked at him and I go, are you aware of what you just did? And he kept walking away. So I walked in front of him. I said, you're going to listen to me. Did you understand my question? He goes, what do you want? I go, do you understand you almost hit me? What if I were to hit you right now? Are you okay with that? If we're going to put each other at risk, I'd like to participate. And the guy started to freak out a little bit. I said, you're going to kill somebody. Why are you not even acknowledging it or apologizing? He said, I'm in a hurry. I said, well, guess what? You're not going into McDonald's for 20 minutes because I'm going to stall you. Because if you hit my car, I would have been out on the road for 2 hours, right? With cops calling insurance. But you think because you're in a hurry, everyone should get out of your way? Well, guess what? You're not going in. By the way, I am not proud to share this story. The guy started to get nervous. And I said, look, I don't do this. I don't get road rage, but I guess this is it. I want to shove my fist down your throat right now. I'm so angry. And I'm not angry that you swerved in front of me. I'm angry because of your demeanor right now. You don't give a bleep about somebody else. Why should I care about you? Now, I calmly finally walked away. And as I walked away, I could notice he put his hands at his knees and he bent over, almost as if to catch his breath. Walked into McDonald's and he sat down. He didn't order. Remember, he was in a hurry. And I don't think we should confront people like that. But he was never, ever going to be aware. I'm not justifying my behavior. He was never going to be aware. Most people honk, flip the bird, and then drive on. I don't know what made me pull in. I've never done it before. I was furious. The second story is I was at a grocery store. 2 people were talking outside the bakery, and I wanted to pick up some bakery, and I ended up saying to the 2 people talking, it was almost 5 minutes. I said, is someone working the bakery? I said, I'm just wondering because I've been here for a couple minutes. And it was about 5-6 minutes. I looked down at my watch or my phone. And they said, yeah, someone will be with you in a second. About 2 minutes go by. They conclude their conversation. And the woman who's a part of the conversation gets behind the bakery and goes, how can I help you? I said, oh, are you working in the bakery? And she said, yes. I said, oh, okay, well, I'd like the following. And I thought to myself, that was so interesting. So I asked her, I said, can I ask you a question? And I said, I'm not mad. I said, I just love studying situations and people. I teach coaching and, why didn't you get behind the counter when you saw me waiting? And you didn't even acknowledge that you were the person when I said, is somebody working? And they said, somebody will be with you. She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and said, I was in the middle of a conversation. Meanwhile, the owner of the store walks by. And I look at him, I go, hey, I think you've trained your people really well. She was in the middle of a conversation. I've been waiting to get one piece of bakery for 8 minutes. And I looked at her, I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because you were in a conversation. She went red. Now, both of these stories, I'm not proud of them. I probably have a unique attribute. I don't fear conflict. Not a great thing to be proud of. But I knew darn well in both situations, had nothing happened, their patterns of behavior, which put, at least in the first story, puts other people at risk, would have continued. I guarantee you that gentleman is not going to cut somebody off for the next 30 days. I guarantee you the lady at the bakery will be a lot more attentive. And I looked at her and I remember saying, I said, look, I'm not trying to call you out. But I said, the fact of the matter is, this was not important to you. And I said, I get that. I understand that, but I don't have to take it. I can shop anywhere else I want. And I know your first reaction is, I don't care. It's not my money. That's the behavior you demonstrated to me. And I said, so I'm comfortable with this. You were comfortable letting me wait for 8 minutes. I'm comfortable for a minute in front of your store owner calling you out. I hope I haven't offended you, yet I hope you've learned something. And I proceeded to walk away. I remember the store owner walked out with me and he said, I'm really sorry about that. I'll talk to her. And I said, look, normally she's very nice. There was something going on there, but I said, literally, it was 8 minutes. And so sometimes we have to do these things, not in the behavior I demonstrated. Again, for the 5th time, I'm not excusing my behavior. Yet I find it so amazing what we do without being aware of the impact on other people. Now, the 8 minutes did not ruin my life. The guy cutting me off, not hitting me, did not ruin my life. Yet those behaviors can be destructive. The person at the bakery is literally telling people, without saying it, please shop somewhere else. It's not my money. I don't care if the store goes down. Now, she would never admit that that's what she's thinking or saying. We all know that. So sometimes we have to hold up a mirror. Yeah, sometimes we got to hold it close to the face. So again, when you see destructive behaviors, you cannot, for lack of a better description, allow it to continue. What you don't prevent, you permit. Now again, last apology. I don't think my behavior is something that should be condoned. I think I was wrong, certainly in the first story. Yet, but yet, we have to look at situations that allow us to give other people an opportunity to change because we are creatures of habit. We have to continue to be aware of our surroundings and our impact on people. We're all guilty of it. I hope this has helped. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.